captain sent to the front row. Toja and Lawless in the second row. Toja, the man of the match.
Hey guys, are you ready? Where are you watching from? They're busy announcing the teams at the moment. If you're not in front of a team,
In their semi-final. They're all captains alongside.
very nervous for this one though.
We didn't play in the World Cup in 2015, but did back in 2011. And then on the wings, Johnny May, who picked up a little bit of an injury in the semi-final, passed fit to play along with Anthony Watson and Elliot Daly at the back. The only change that Eddie Jones was forced to make in his 23.
This is going to be a massive battle with two teams very similar actually. Big physical pack. They like kicking the ball to the opposition so that the opposition has to do the work. So that's going to be a problem. England might have a little bit of an advantage when playing with attacking ball. They are a little bit better maybe in that. But if South Africa can drown them out, I'm pretty sure we can win this one. South Africa can win it. So what's your prediction for the game, guys? I have it down as South Africa by 3. But that's probably mostly hard.
During the 9 weeks that they have been in band.
SA by 5. Okay, yeah, that could happen as well. But I think this game is going to be dictated by penalty kicks and drop goals. That's it. Nothing more. There's not going to be a lot of tries, obviously, today. In finals, you want to have a physical pack. South Africa's front pack actually has 146 or something like that caps more than the English front pack. But where the English caps are is in the back line. They have 189 caps more than South Africa in the back line. So if we can keep it up front, our pack is more experienced, we can do it. Okay, SA by 3. I also have SA by 3. I'm also very nervous for this game though. Like I've been saying the whole time, I don't know if I'm excited or am I stressed. I'm more stressed than excited for this one. It's a game that either is going to be watched over and over again by South Africans if we do win it, or never be watched again.
These are the moments that for players, for coaches, for all the fans.
Everyone watching, can you see the screens or am I updating you?
And that's the commentators that we just live for. The build up to this game has been.
We're just going through the park and it looks to be full. I don't see any open seats. A whole pack ready to join as well.
Of the 2007 Rugby World Cup final. Jerome Garces of France.
Jerome Garces, what do you say about him today? I think he'll be good, hopefully. Look, last weekend he didn't have a bad game. He really was good. It was just, he's been inconsistent because if you think back on the New Zealand game that South Africa had, he wasn't too good. So it's a mixed emotions, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Crowd still looks happy. There's just a few guys over there that looks nervous. You guys scratching their heads. Anyone else with a prediction for today? Showing the trophy that is at stake today, the Webb Ellis Cup. I'm trying to see if the crowd is more English or South African. From far, it looks more English, but it is that white jersey does help. They just go through the crowd, it looks pretty 50-50. I wonder how many All Blacks fans are there. Already bought their tickets before the World Cup.
His troops have brought something incredibly special.
Okay, in the dressing room, Siya Kolisi coming out for his 50th cap today in the World Cup final. I'm sure he's going to have an amazing game today. I can just see it coming. The whole South African team is coming out, ready for it. Those nerves of them has to be difficult for them to go out there now just to the English team also coming out wearing their jackets, getting cold probably or something. The English also look calm for this one. No one looks stressed. They are favourites to win it. Everyone says they are favourites to win it. It looks like South Africa has a 27% chance of winning it according to a lot of betting sites. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How important is Cheslin Colby going to be today? If he gets that ball, he might run through. I know him against Johnny May is going to be a very big battle because Johnny May is a big guy against Colby, but Colby's not going to miss him. Colby is a very vital part of the South African defense. Players are starting to look a little bit more nervous now.
Serious. Tonight, another chapter in the Kolisi story is written in Yokohama. Leading his country into a World Cup final.
Okay, they're going out on the pitch. Get going. Siya Kolisi not walking out in front actually for his 50th cap. That's strange. Usually the 50th cap goes out in front. I don't know, maybe there's different rules when it comes to the World Cup final or something. Or he wants to stay with his team or something. It might not be a situation where I would want to walk out in front of everyone alone as well. Might be a little bit nervous to do that. Okay, both teams are on the park. It's time. It's just minutes away from kickoff. I'll give it another 5 minutes and then the game has started.
Alongside Nelson Mandela, following Joel Stransky's extra time drop.
The teams do look more nervous now than they looked a little while ago. All of them look a little bit nervous at the moment. Okay, they're getting ready for anthems. If I'm a little bit quiet right now, it's just out of respect for the anthem, so just bear with me. Just having a moment of silence for the typhoon that happened in Japan. Okay, time for the anthem. Like I said, sorry if it's quiet when the anthem starts. I'll talk again 2 minutes time. English one first. Okay, English still look calm. Done with their anthem. Time for the South African anthem. Ready.
Nice. 1.65. Ja, ik zie het zeer. Precies zeker. Onbelievable afval. Even kijken of het slaat. Luister. Eerst ook met de scripts.
Oh, let's get going. I don't know if you guys saw on the TV, it was Siya Kolisi's dad was there for a couple of minutes. Siya Kolisi's dad and his father-in-law was in the screen for a couple of moments. So it's great to see them there. Siya Kolisi has a little bit of extra pressure. Okay, kickoff time, probably a minute to go. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous now for this one. Kickoff time is close. Guys are getting in position, doing the last checks, putting on the helmets, all that type of stuff. The scrum caps. Just the last conversation between the teams just to get ready. And then we're starting with this game. Lukhanyo and Damien de Allen are still talking to Aled Waters. So, yeah, they have a lot of pressure today. They are the defensive organizers in the team. They do most of the work on defense in the back line as well. So they're getting their last briefing on what to do. Andre Pollard said he has been preparing for this moment for his whole life. Practicing in the backyard, kicking over the tree, saying it's for the World Cup final. He's been doing it his whole life. Now time. Jerome Darcy, hopefully he just has a quiet game. No controversy, just has a brilliant game. Last weekend he did a good job. So I think this weekend, hopefully the same. No controversy in a final. We don't want that. Okay, kick off. Received by Curry. Very important guy for England in their team. 21-year-old. Nominated for Player of the Year. To think that he's probably not at his peak yet. He's probably not at his best yet. Dwayne Vermeulen receives a box kick on the 10-meter line of the English. Faf de Klerk passing. Malherbe goes into the line, still on the 10-meter line. Penalty time. English player lying offside. This is time to go for the poles. Penalties in a final are the most important thing. That's where all the points are going to come from. Guy not rolling away from the back of the ruck. He was kept there, but well, actually, he wasn't kept there at all. He did not roll. Silly penalty for them. It is penalty time for Pollard. Can he continue his 100% kicking of last weekend?
Pollard, 13th Rugby World Cup match, 93 points scored in the 2015 edition. Also, 140 in this tournament.
Pollard, remember, only 25 years old. Is it miss? What? Missing the first kick. That's not how you want to start the final. Okay, luckily it's early in the game. Hopefully that's his only miss. Now he can get that out of the way and he can start making points. Yeah, it's a bad one. It's a bad one.
Deep restart from George Ford. He took it from way back in his own 22. Now the hoist from Pollard. Vanilla Rue and Dwayne Vermeulen giving chase.
Ford under pressure under the high ball. They're on their 22-meter line. Curry carrying it forward. Faf de Klerk tackling him. Time for a box kick from England. Mapimpi under pressure in the air. Gets the ball. Running with it. Okay. Carried it about 7 or so meters. This guy looks out. The English player looks out on the ground. Yeah, game being stopped. Hey man, how are you doing, Chester? I'm given that you'll probably be supporting the other team today. Who is that out on the ground? What happened? They're calling for the stretcher. What happened? Sinclair going into Itoje's elbow. He's out. I saw the guy's arms in the air. Sinclair might be a big blow for them. That might be a very big blow for them. It is just before the 3rd minute. Having a big injury like that might be costly. No. Chester, what is your prediction for today? Okay, so if you're not watching or you don't know what's going on, there is a player down for England, Sinclair. There's a stretcher coming on for him. He was knocked out. He ran into the elbow of Maro Itoje. 2 tacklers wrapped around Mapimpi. 3 minutes into the game. Money on an English win. Okay. But what would you say is the prediction if you had to call it? I think the protocol, if I remember it correctly, if a player is taken off with a stretcher, he may not come onto the park again, so he's off. Sinclair is a massive blow for England. He's a very strong player. But the guy coming on for him has like 92 caps, so he's also very experienced. Okay, England by 5 basically then. That's a pretty good call. It's a safe call as well. I don't think it's going to be a big margin here. The props getting ready. Dan Cole is going to play a crucial role, but a very experienced player. He's much more experienced than Sinclair, actually. So he's coming on. He's going to have a long game ahead of him. Yeah, Sinclair has been amazing in the last couple of weeks. So him going off right now isn't the best for him. He was going to have a big game today. Sinclair has been amazing recently. So it's bad for him, but it's time for Coles to step up. Stuff like that happens in the finals. And Coles might play a crucial role in this team, having that experience. Remember I said South Africa's front pack has 146 more caps than the English front pack. So that 92 caps from Cole is good to the park. Sinclair is sitting up. They're not going to take him off with a stretcher, but I do think he is going to go for HIA. He can't just continue the game. Sinclair is walking off the park. That's good for him. So he might be back in 10 minutes, depending on the HIA. Well, actually, no, he won't be out. He won't be back. As soon as a player is knocked out, they may not return to the park. That is the laws. He can't return to the park. Doesn't matter what the HIA says. Oh, okay. I get why it's his favorite player then. It would make sense. Okay, Coles is on. This side's going to be very interesting. The 92 caps of Coles versus the 117 caps of Beast on our side. So it is a very experienced side of the scrum. First scrum of the match. Scrum looks stable so far. Cole looks like he's slipping. South Africa going forward. Is there going to be a penalty? Penalty! Just playing advantage for now. Pimpy running out wide. Faf de Klerk playing it. Running out wide. South Africa going out wide. Willie LaRue slicing through the line. Colby gets the ball. Oh, Colby knocks on. Wasn't it a knock on? Okay, they're still running with the ball. The South Africans are playing a nice offload game with this advantage. Pollard, slide through. Mapimpi, getting tackled on the side. Is the advantage over yet? Probably. The English securing the ball. Okay, England securing the ball. Sorry, Chester, I'll reply you now. Penalty advantage has been lost by South Africa. Might not have been the best idea to run with the ball like that. You would want the points there. Running out wide behind the line. Oh! Johnny May looks like he has a gap in front of him. Still going. Very quick. Colby won't tackle and miss. They're on the 22-meter line. And my favorite player from the English, it's going to be between probably Daly, Tulagi. Maybe I like Curry as well. He's a very good player. But I would probably say because I've seen him play more. Daly. Pollard getting the ball in on the 22. South Africa going with it again. Beast carrying it forward. They're in the 22 of the English. The Islander carrying it forward. Faf de Klerk going out wide. Willie LaRue has it. I don't know what happened. Willie knocked the ball on once again. He knocked the ball. Probably say Kylie. I just like him a lot. Not that Willie is at his best at the moment. I don't know how it's always Willie Leroux knocking on. I swear half of the knock-ons in our team is Willie Leroux.
So that's the first one. Warren Franks on the game. That first one will just come on. Important scrum. So that's the completely dominated.
So scrum for the English about 10 meters out from the line, 10, 15 meters out from the line.
The ball out in two hands in the tackle. It just spoke through, unfortunately. But very promising from the Springboks. I would guess territory with these all South Africa at the moment. Possession-wise, the Boks will certainly be ahead.
South Africa has been playing alone with this ball so far for the first 6.5 minutes. Second scrum, maybe Coles is a little bit warmed up now. Or Dan Cole. I want to say Dane Coles the whole time because I'm used to watching his rugby. So Dan Cole, hopefully he is warmed up for the English. Ready to back down from the two forward backs. Scrum looks drops. I couldn't see who dropped first. Okay, so scrum on the 15, gonna reset. South Africa still doing everything in this game. We have messed up a couple of times now. Willie Leroux has knocked on already in this game as well. Pollard has missed the penalty kick, so it's not going so smoothly for South Africa, but hopefully all that stuff can be fixed.
Look at the possible scenario. That would is that after the tornado, it's Stephen Fitton. So it doesn't get into
So England going very quick with the scrum. Farrell a bit caught up. Penalty for South Africa in front of the poles, holding Dwayne Vermeulen as always. I don't know why Willie Leroux would run forward to pretend to run with the ball, because that would be the most idiotic decision ever.
But that pass is not needed. Trade for Miller, not going to move from that position. Too big, too strong.
Dwayne Vermeulen, crucial there. Penalty time. This one is in front of the poles. I can't see why Pollard would miss it. The South African strong front row is very strong. Back to you. Who's your favorite South African player, Chester? 3-0 for South Africa. Some impies over there. The South African scrum has been doing well. That's where they're getting the points. Faf de Klerk. Oh, wow. I didn't even have to ask you. I know that. I know your favorite player is Faf de Klerk by now.
Well done. Claiming the restart.
Okay, going up to the 10th minute. South Africa in their own 22 after the kickoff. Faf getting the ball through with a box kick. Very good box kick, by the way. First line out of the match. This is where the pressure comes. Itoje and Laws versus Luat de Jager and Itzebeth. Short line out called Laws secures it. I wanted to say that looked like Farrell in the line out. That's weird. Okay. Young's throwing it over the top out. South African line out time this time. That was a silly mistake. Are the English panicking yet? Are they stressed a little bit? Faf de Klerk forced that pass. That very bad pass. Also a very experienced guy. Okay, South Africa's first lineup. Remember they had a 100% record till the semi-finals, securing another one. Isabel caught alone on the one side. Itoje getting another penalty. Oh, he secured it but lost it. Itoje is the player with the most turnovers of the whole competition. South Africa going out wide. Vali Leroux hanging on the ball way too long there, forcing Colby into a bad position. Trying to do too much today. The commentators are saying Itoje played the supporter in the line-out, so that's actually a penalty there. But the English fans say Eben Etzebeth hung on to the ball, so they think it's a penalty the other way around. That's how stuff like this happens, how it works. Time for another scrum. Do me a favor, just let my guide or someone, please. Get applause. Okay, scrum reset. Okay, South Africa has been very dominant at scrum time, so are they going to continue with that? Are they going to continue going over the English? The English already on the ground. Scarceg says to continue, no penalty advantage. Damien de Allende bumping off Ford. Ford does tackle miss a lot, so that's not a big achievement. Watson securing the ball in the air. Ford kicking the ball down the middle of the park. Might be a bit of pressure for Leroux, putting on a left boot. And out. Yeah, the South African front row and the English second row. Might be a good combination team. I think that would be quite dangerous. A combination team between that two sides. Line out time for England on South Africa's 10-meter line. South Africa securing it. Do they get it? Yes, they have it. South Africa stealing the ball from the second row of England. Just when we were talking about the good English second row. Okay. South Africa is dominating this game so far, I have to say. In the first 15 minutes, South Africa dominating the game. The score is still 3-0. The game is slow between set pieces, though. So it isn't making it fast between the set pieces, but that's probably how they do it up there. It almost feels like watching NFL. Between every set piece, there's 5 minutes break. Certainly didn't give anything away. Okay, scrum time for South Africa again. Is South Africa going to force the English to give away a penalty once again? Remember, if you're just joining now, the English had a injury to their number 3, Sinclair, off in the 3rd minute, so they're already on 1 substitution for the game. Scrum going down, both sides. It was definitely a pretty engagement on the far side. At scrum time, line out time, but we don't look very good ourselves when we run with the balls going out wide. That's where the English look very good. But the South African scrum is very good. The front row, I mean, the bench coming on is just as good. Okay, reset at the scrum on the 10-meter line of South Africa. English are down again. Yeah, penalty for South Africa. At scrum time once more. They're going to have to make changes or they're going to have some problems. Marco Vinipola is the one blown that time. Andre Pollard kicking for the line. Not out. Oh, basically out, but Johnny May tapped it back in. I think that's happened a couple of times to Pollard in this competition so far. So basically, Pollard gained like 10 meters there. Technically, that's out from Johnny May. His foot was on outside when he jumped to tap it back in. If you want to do that, you have to jump from the inside of the field, tap it back in the field, and then it's out from the other side. Or then you can legally continue. But if you jump from outside or from on the line, it's out from yourself. So that's technically wrong, but it's a very quick thing to happen. More time for South Africa. Are they going to do it again 50 meters? Probably not. They've done it 5 meters. Faf de Klerk going to the line. The Islander under a lot of pressure. The English are definitely marking him in this one. Okay, de Klerk lining it up there. About, let's say, 45 out from the English line. Etzewith carrying it forward, gaining about 2 meters. Faf de Klerk, box kick, great kick. Colby is contesting. Oh, Mark called. Mark called from May. May, tap and run. Getting tackled, knock on. No, just going, got it tapped back from Laws. English, box kick from outside the 22. Up in the air, Pollard knocking it on, back on, apparently.
Hy wou net geblaas het en toe sy almal vir my geblaas te blaas het.
So it's a knock on from Pollard into the player in front of him. Yes, it is a penalty then. Then it is a penalty. Peter Steftetway was in front of the ball player. English going for line. Getting it out on the 22 from South Africa. And this all started from Pollard not kicking the ball out from a penalty. So Pollard, 2 big mistakes so far in this game. Not good start from him. We're approaching the 20th minute of the game. Line out for England. Going in front, the South Africans trying to stop the maul. May running through, Faf de Klerk getting him. Hard tackle on him. Again, a big tackle. The English are in a good position to score if they wanted to. Curry carrying it forward. Kulisi getting him down. Tackle from Faf de Klerk on the big Vanipola. England on the 22 still. Marco Vanipola tackled on the 22 as well. Laws tackled and standing up. Mbunambi looks knocked out. Big player in our team to be knocked out. So that's going to be the same situation as with Sinclair. As soon as a player is knocked out, he has to go off the field.
Stop it, guys.
Technically, the referee is supposed to stop the game. They are playing over injured guy, but they're still continuing. Penalty for England. That was ridiculous from Garcia. There's a guy down on the park and he's not stopping the game. The English are playing around him. That's ridiculous. Anyway, let's continue. No help carrying on about that. Farrell will put over the poles. Score will be 3-3. This game is brutal. I mean, 2 players knocked out already in this game. Mbunambi hit on the wrong side of the tackle, definitely. Mbunambi has to go for HIA. I don't know if he's coming back. Depends on if they deem him to be knocked out or not. If he is knocked out in the game, he can't come back. Doesn't matter if he passes an HIA. 2 very tough players to go off. But Malcolm Marx coming on for South Africa. Not bad. Oh, look at the offer. His shoulder looks off as well.
Semi-final against New Zealand. Showed amazing fortitude to carry on.
Knock who out? I couldn't knock anyone out, man. Not even Colby or Faf or any of those guys. I'm SkinnyBru for a reason, man. Mostert standing up. Now, Luat de Jager, his shoulder is off. Second injury for South Africa, and it's the 3rd injury of the game. Oh, Winnie Pola running into it. So South Africa getting 2 injuries section where Mbunambi was knocked out. Yeah, that shoulder is dislocated. And that's why you stop a game when there's a player knocked out, because the other players have to tackle a lot harder then. So now we have 2 guys going off the park. Farrell won't miss this kick. Mostert coming on for Luat de Jager. Some injuries on one time. Mbunambi and Luat de Jager off the park. Marx and Mostert on, both good players, so it's not too bad. But you would want them in the second half, rather.
South Africa. First opportunity.
Hoe is het tijd nou? Ja, ik denk het wel.
Farrell through the poles, just actually. Almost missed that one.
Yay, for nuts. What nuts?
Okay, score 3-3 in the 23rd minute. So Mbunambi off, Marx on, Mostert on for Luat de Jager. Knock on, isn't it? That's definitely a knock on. Thank you. Okay, Curry, good player to be knocking on the ball. Really good player. Ball kicked in the perfect spot where it's difficult for the guy behind the picked up player to know where to pick up, if he should catch the ball or not. But he was under pressure as well. Scrum time. Is there going to be a big change in the South African scrum now that there are 2 subs on as well? Are the English going to see it as a chance to dominate now? Scrum just inside the 22 of the English for South Africa. Colby standing behind the scrum. Might see him injected into this move right now. Short side now for Colby, so I doubt it. Scrum still going forward. Penalty advantage for South Africa. Dwayne Vermeulen running forward with the ball, about 15 out from the English line. Kulisi carrying it forward. Curry tackles him. De Klerk going wide again. Mostert, Pollard, Willie Leroux, Mapimpi. Probably a forward pass from Willie Leroux again. Or not again, but a mistake again from Willie Leroux. Third one. The scrum is very dominant from the South Africans. Who would have thought it? Dan Cole standing up in that one. That's what the penalty is for. He is a bit taller than Beast. So Beast has the ability to kind of get under him. Yeah, like he explains it on the screen. Beast has the ability to get under him and kind of force him to go up. That's why your props aren't usually very tall. But there's exceptions to the rule. I mean, Frans Malherbe is a brilliant scrummager, and I think he's 193, something like that. Andre Pollard's third attempt of the game, already missed one. Pollard going over, score 6-3, 25th minute. The English really struggling at scrum time. Will we see a change maybe coming up sooner rather than later for them? Listen out for any news on okay. Okay, on the 22 for South Africa, it is inside, so Faf de Klerk will just box kick for some space. Good one, just over the halfway line, or just in front of the halfway line, according to the assistant. That's probably right. I think I just saw Trevor Nyakane and Kriel sitting in the background. Both of them ruled out of the competition early in the competition, 2 or 3 weeks in. But they are there to the team. Okay, line out time. Going short for England. That's a sign for South Africa. They are panicking at line out time. Kicked from forward into a space. It's directly out though, close to being very good. Oh, that was close, guys. He almost sniffed out a very good little space on the block. Yeah, like they are saying, it's been an error-ridden performance, but from both sides. Both sides are making mistakes, and that's the type of stuff that happens in a final. Finals aren't just a game; they are a lot more stressful than other games. Yeah, but Elizabeth now down with his shoulder. What the hell is happening to the South African side? Chisholm and Colby, where's he going? No, this is a brutal game. Very brutal game. Chisholm and Colby was nominated for Player of the Year yesterday. We'll hear tomorrow who won it. Peter Stevens were also getting the nomination. Curry from England also getting it. Savea, I know also. And then an American player. I don't know if I'm forgetting anyone. Marks getting into Etzebeth. So Etzebeth looks fun. Just a little bit of a stinger. The Maul on the ground. Going to the Islander. The Islander being tackled, but he didn't go backwards. Peter Steve under pressure. Going backwards. That was the overlap, and not on. The South Africans can't flip and run with the ball. They can't keep it. Man, this is ridiculous. Yeah. Should just have secured that ball. Pop it to Mapimpi. That was space.
Looked up to see where those defenders were. It's a great tackle from Super.
South Africans making a lot of mistakes so far. Going for the line from England. Outside the 22 of the South African side after that penalty. Puff offside from playing there. If he did it when he was onside, that would have been fine. I thought Venipola was injured. It's just contact lens issues. Can't be a blind rugby player. It's going to be difficult. Line out time again from England. Are they going to go short again? Every time they go up in the air, they struggle. Laws securing it. Marks, great line from Marks. On the 22 from England. Still being tackled back though. Venipola. Oh, to Underhill. Slipping through that gap. They got a few meters there. About 5. Curry carrying it forward. Marks keeping it up. Now just dropping to the ground. Big tackle again. England going out wide to Lagi running, making meters. Very difficult guy to tackle. Laws going forward. They're about 7 meters out from the South African line. Placing it back at a ruck. Curry carrying it forward. Mustard having to make the tackle. Again, England going. Etzebeth making the tackle that time. Mako Venipola being tackled by Beast. 2 props on each other. Billy Venipola going forward. They're inside the 5 meter of South Africa. Underhill, is he going to go over the line? They a few centimeters out from the line. Penalty advantage for England. This is scoring time now. Young's at the back of the ruck, still running with the ball though. Overlap. Laws struggling to get through as well, being tackled back again. Remember, they are playing with a penalty advantage. Marco Venipola being tackled. Billy Venipola, big tackle on him from Marks. Young's going wide. Laws, is he going to get his hand free? Not getting it free. Buck on the 5 meter line. Mako Venipola carrying it forward. Billy Venipola on Dwayne Vermeulen, saving the day over there. Dwayne, oh, Toje trying to go through this time Are they still on the penalty? Probably. Oh, overlap on the left-hand side if they try and go there. Covered now. Can't go there anymore. Look out for Youngs. Believe Nipola just in front of the line, being held back again. South Africa is being asked a lot of questions. Going back from England. Bad pass. Valileru tackles Watson on the line. Tackling Youngs, Valileru. Well done. England going backwards now. Van der Klerk being a nuisance at ruck time. Laws on the 22. Penalty advantage, Van der Klerk offside. Colby tackling May. Oh, getting the chicken wing pass through to Tilagi. Still under advantage for England. Ford, Farrell, going to Daly. Daly tackling and knocking on, going back to the first penalty. So that's 3 points for England. But South Africa proved what they can do on their defense there. Really proving what they can do. My heart is racing now. Whew. Okay, 33rd minute there. South Africa doing very well on the defense there. I can't even remember what the penalty advantage is for.
After a conversation with the referee, Jerome Garces, when Farrell decides to go for goal,
It's time to go for poles for Farrell. It's a smart choice. I won't see why they would go for something else.
It's interesting, it's such an important element of the mind game. There's so much great joy from that side. Repelled England, winning South Africa under pressure for such a Nathan makes so many tackles. Boosters, mental boosters for both teams.
And in front of the poles, over. Okay, score 6-all. Just in front of half time. England has scored now twice from the 2 times they had an opportunity to score. So while South Africa has had a couple of times to score and they haven't used all of their chances. Deep kickoff from South Africa. England in their 22. Young's at the back of the ruck, probably a box kick coming. Okay, Dwayne Vermeulen at the back. Got the ball. Carrying it forward. Knocking it Roger, but he drops as well, Vermeulen. Running Mustard behind the gain line. Not a best choice to pass there. Valileru up and under, out wide. Mapimpi, is he going to get under the ball? Mapimpi is under the ball. Mapimpi secures it. It's the first time ever I see him doing that. Whoa! Hospital pass on Urban Etzebeth there. Van der Klerk taking his time at the back of the ruck. Valileru. Oh, come on! South Africa getting the ball back. Calendar going out wide. Kulisi, Mapimpi. Just covered. Kulisi should have maybe just taken a bit longer before passing there. Penalty. It's a final. It's a game of penalties, not a game of tries. Bad kick. Not the most easy kick for Pollard to kick. Dwayne Vermeulen has been down a couple of times since lying on the line. So are we going to see a third South African injury?
As much as it's a mistake, it's a positive mistake from South Africa looking for the overload because he's running hard. And then you're not expecting South Africa to get the ball though, like this Dwayne Vermeulen again, stronger.
Dwayne Vermeulen is putting his body on the line as always. I think it's his second or third one. Very crucial steal there. But he is down on the ground. Like I know Dwayne, he's just going to sit with the ice pack for a while and then he's going to stand up and go further. He's not the guy just to lie down. So it's a penalty on the 10-meter line. A very skewed kick though. But Pollard going for his fourth kick of the night. Yes, he has missed one though. It is his most difficult kick so far of the night though. If he misses this one, I won't blame him. It is a very difficult one. Very long range one as well. Well, it's a long ranger for Pollard. Stepping forward. Over from Pollard. Okay, score 9-6. 2 minutes to go till halftime, or 1.5 minutes to go to halftime. South Africa leading. It's been a brutal affair though. There's been a few injuries. 3 injuries so far. Dwayne Vermeulen looks like he's also going to go off sometime. He's lying down every now and then, but he's still so crucial to the side. They can't just take him off for nothing. Secure. Dwayne Vermeulen carrying it forward. Like I just said, injured, but he's going. Slowing the ball down a little bit at ruck time. Carrying it forward. Mostert. Okay, time for a box kick, I think. A little bit of challenge at ruck time. But South Africa still has it. Taking their time. Oh! Knocked backwards from Faf. Passing out wide. I'm running through. I'm slicing the line. Chip kick. No one there to get it though. Knock on. Is that a knock on? Woo! Faf declared they were doing well after knocking the ball back and just going on instinct and doing something. South Africa has ran a couple of times today, not just going to the box kick. I'm thinking that's catching England off guard. Oh, doing well, doing really well there. Scrum in the middle of the field. England has been struggling at scrum time. Maybe not the best news for them here. Making good on that little knock on he had now. Okay, the halftime gong has gonged, or what do you say then? But anyway, it's just a scrum, and we'll see what the plan is there. I think the plan is probably to get a penalty. The scrum has been doing well. Scrum, get the penalty. Scrum down. Scrum is stable. South Africa going forward. Penalty advantage. The Islander going through. Getting a nice line. They shouldn't run too far because this penalty advantage is going to go by. Going back for the penalty. Woo! That's better. I'd rather have knocked the ball on a lot sooner. The South African scrum is obliterating England. I have to say, Beast's arm was down first. The commentators are saying Vincent Koch and Kitshoff can't wait to get on the park. They are licking their lips. And remember, Dan Coles is gonna have a long game. No sub for him. He is already the sub on the park.
So well in 95, but then also in 2007 when Christ State, who was on the bench for South Africa, tonight as a traditional.
Fifth penalty, Pollard missing his first one, but since then being really good.
Back in Paris 12 years ago. Having signed that Pollard. Take a 6-point lead into half time.
Pollard getting it over. 12-6 at half time. Are England still the favourites for this one? That's my question for this one. So, going off the park, there's been a couple of injuries. It's been a hard game. There's been 2 penalties on the South African side, 2 injuries on the South African side, 1 injury on the English side, and a couple of guys that looks like they're going off sometimes, but still playing very hard. Go Bokke. They're doing well. They can do it. They can do it. They are doing it at the moment. Some knock-ons every now and then, unnecessary ones, but still doing well. Getting into the right places on the park. England basically only had the ball twice in front of the South African line and scored both of those times. So they're quite lethal in that respect. Then I have to send someone on. Not if it's a HIA.
My sister, if she ever spoke to me, would say, it's a free Wi-Fi. You get so much more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know if England is still the favourites. The bets will probably change. It's close, guys. It's close. I don't think England is favourites anymore. By half time, South Africa leading, dominating actually. Not just leading. But like I've said to a lot of overseas people, this isn't just a rugby match to South Africans. It's so much more. Okay, guys, I'm going to be back right now. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, just had to leave a bit. South Africa favorites now. Right? How the tides turn in 40 minutes, right? But it's a stressful one. The commentators here are speculating that Dan Coles are going to be injured sometime in this half. Then we're going to see uncontested scrums since he doesn't have another replacement. I really hope we don't see that coming, because uncontested scrums in a final would be ridiculous. That would be absolutely ridiculous. So Dan Coles, for South Africans, you should hope Dan Cole stays on the park. He should not get injured, because we're going to see uncontested scrums there. So the commentators over here are saying we might see him going off with an injury somewhere in this half. But it's been a brutal affair. There's been so many players down on the ground. But tackles made, Ebenezer with 9, France Malherbe 8. And then I couldn't see the rest of the list. But in the top 5, there's only 1 English player. So the South Africans are doing a lot of defending as well. I think most of that probably just in that short section in front of the line. So we've seen a pretty good game to thus far. Really good game to thus far. Brutal game though. Sinclair being injured for England is probably the biggest blow. Okay, and these guys that's not officially injured but still lying on the ground every now and then. I mean, Dwayne Vermeulen, he's been injured a couple of times now, or lying on the ground a couple of times. He looks like to have a stinger. Even Etzebeth the stinger on the other side. The 2 guys that went off, Mbunambi, he was knocked out. Sinclair, he was knocked out as well. Loot de Jager, he has a dislocated shoulder. So there's already 3 injuries in this game. So the bench is going to be more important than ever, because it's already being utilized. Mark's already on the park. He's been making mark. Mostert as well. But I think the standout player to thus far in this half will be Dwayne Vermeulen. He's a standout player so far for South Africa. He's been winning key turnovers at key times when we really need him. Faf de Klerk is also playing brilliantly. A few times running on instinct. Instead of where England really expected South Africa to play a kicking game, switching it up a bit and playing his natural game is really catching them off guard a little bit. So Chester, since the game has changed a little bit now, do you want to change your prediction yet? I still stick with South Africa by 3. My prediction. Anyone else with a prediction for this game so far? The scrums has been great for South Africa. It's just that back line has been knocking on a lot. They are saying England are under pressure in this game. It's not South Africa under pressure anymore. And remember, South Africa still has their very strong subs to come on. Koch, Kitshoff, RG Snyman, Francois Louw, who can win balls for the team as well. Frans Steyn, who can kick the ball over from almost 70 meters away. Herschel Jantjies, very instinctive player as well. Young, but not a breakthrough player of the year. Looks like we're getting to the game almost, probably about 2 or 3 minutes more. Willie Leroux joining the line a lot. He has made a couple of opportunities, but he has also ruined, I think, 3 opportunities now. A knock-on, a forward pass. I think 2 knock-ons and a forward pass. So he's ruined a couple of opportunities to thus far. That sweet wasn't the best option. Yo, that was not a good option to eat. What are you guys enjoying today? What are you drinking? What are you eating? I'm drinking a little bit of brandy and coke. It's almost done, but yeah. Man, you don't have to be that English. You don't have to drink tea all the time. I'm kidding, don't worry. Drinking tea, don't you guys drink beer and stuff when it's a game or the game is on? I'm drinking tea. Never. Ever. Never drink. I don't like it. I'm more of a coffee person myself.
I'm just getting that Eddie Jones comes with the card.
This is going to be a very big half. Both coaches are going to come out with a plan, especially Eddie Jones after they've been under the pump for a bit. He's a guy that can have a quick tactic, change the game completely. But like I said, I'm just scared for the uncontested scrums that could happen if Dan Cole gets injured. Tea or beer, one of those are at least a good option. Man, you should get a beer. What are you going to drink when you guys lose? I'm kidding.
This was it, Jim.
I'm stressing Eddie Jones, that Eddie Jones factor for the second half. Oh, stressing so much. He's going to make a plan. Because now the coach that is in a position to make a plan is Eddie Jones. Oh, you have to drive. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I'm just staying home for the rest of the day, so I'm good. Probably going to take a nap after this, depending on how my heart is feeling. If we win, probably not going to be able to sleep. If we lose, I'm going to sleep, definitely. It's a Saturday, man. It's nap time. Okay, this half should start now. All these ads are just making me stress more. It should start. We should get this game over and done with so that we know what the fate is, what's happening, what's going on. Players running out on the pitch. Sorry, my camera is moving a bit. England a little bit behind on running out. They've been under a lot of pressure, so Eddie Jones would have made a plan by now. Something different is coming this half. Guaranteeing that. But is it going to stay brutal? Definitely. It's definitely going to stay brutal. Everyone's singing in the crowd. If South Africa wins this, it's going to mean so much. It's going to mean so much. I really hope it happens. It's just a symbol in our country. The Springboks are just a symbol. It's just a symbol of what we can do when we are together. Stick together. We are stronger together. Two most brutal teams in the world? Maybe. South Africa is a very brutal team, and after the introduction of John Mitchell in the English side, they've also become very brutal. So might be the two most brutal sides in the world. That's why we've seen 3 injuries already. I mean, it's the first half. We might see another one. Hopefully no career-ending type of stuff. Maybe just normal stuff. I don't want to see anything ruin someone's career. Okay, ready for second half. Farrell. Is he going to get it underway? Is it Farrell? Can't see. Very far away. Okay, receiving the ball. Pollard. Kicking it back immediately. Not out though. Big mistake. Up and under from Ford. Mark for Pollard. That was a silly kick from Ford.
He had as much as he really did.
Silly kick from Ford there. He's made a couple of mistakes as well tonight. One kick that he kicked directly out of the park. Sinclair walking around the park, so at least he's better. But yeah, he was knocked out. Like I say, if a player is knocked out, they may not return to the park. And that's what I think is happening at the moment with Mbunambi as well. England going deep on their line out. This is going to become a tough game now. Oh, two big tackles in a row from South Africa. Ball is out from England. Kicking the ball from Daly. Charge down. Oh, luckily for them, they receive it back. Big tackle from Pieter Stefte on Ford. Going out wide for May. Running forward, Marco Venipola held back by Etzebe. And England decide to kick the ball. Villiers in the spotlight. Gets the ball. Well done. Oh. Okay, Faf de Klerk, box kick. Colby on the other side of the field. Daly passes to Ford. They're starting to run, going to May. Colby being out of position now on the left. Johnny May getting the ball back. Itoje being tackled. Oh, big tackle again from Pieter Stefte on Ford. He is marking Ford in this game. Hudson running with the ball. They are halfway for the English. After Clark. Oh, missing the tackle on Farrell just by a whisker. Underhill cutting through the line as well. Going forward from England now. Daly in the back has the ball. If it wasn't for Colby tackling him, there was an overlap there. And that's why I say Colby is so crucial to the defense of the side as well. Yep. Venipola and Vermeulen again. I said that's going to be a big contest today. Overlap on the right for England. If they get the ball away, it's crucial for them. Oh, passing the ball out the park again. It's happened a couple of times. Yes, I completely agree with you, Chester. Politics is everything is about dividing everyone, not bringing stuff together. The Springboks are like the only thing that's actually combining everyone, and that's what's a symbol. It's a symbol of what we can do. So that's why it's bigger than just a game over here. The players know that. It's not just a final. Pieter Stefte showing why he's been nominated for Player of the Year. Oh, big players. Oh, tackles now. Eddie Jones looking stressed. Kitsoff and Koch coming on. Early subs for South Africa. Might be even worse news for the English because in general I see Kitsoff and Koch as the strongest scrummers between the two. And that's saying something because Malagwa and Matuararira are probably some of the best scrummagers in the world. It's probably the last test for Beast. 170th cap, he's done. Good shift for South African rugby, the Zimbabwean born for his adopted country. The only player from a different country in our team. Scrums. Yeah, going forward again. New props on the park. Penalty. Woo! And that's what I said is going to happen. Kitsoff taking flame there. He's on fire. The scrums are the difference between these two sides. I said in the start of the week, I think it's going to be equal. Oh, the vanilla gorilla, Koch, going forward. Ah,
Ja, dat is cool.
this is time. Yeah, there's Nyakane and Kriel. I wanted to say I saw them earlier. So crucial. I thought the scrums were going to be equal today. It's not what's happening now. Penalties conceded at scrum time. England 4 penalties. South Africa 0. Big difference at the moment. Pollard, this is again. Now this is his most difficult kick of the night. Very far out now. 52 meters. That's probably at the edge of his range. Quite skew as well. Over.
Yes.
9 points difference. Are we gonna see it? Are we gonna see it? Well, I had a dream, but it can't happen anymore. I had the dream that the score is going to be 21-13. It can't happen anymore, but it can happen still. Can still happen. I had a dream that it's going to happen. Let's hope it does. Oh, Vinnie Paula and Billy, Vinnie Paula and Vermeulen, big clashes. Has happened a couple of, that was a bad kick from Faf de Klerk. Not the best option there. They should have cleared the ball. Now England has the ball in the South African territory, and every time that's happened, the past 2 times I had gotten points so far. Life isn't easier for the front row from the English. Oh, Faf de Klerk really shouldn't have gave that kick. English still running. Pieter saved it way in there. More going forward though. More was called. Players don't have to roll away. Pieter saved it way yet again. His father's nickname was Spiere, which means muscles. So very important guy in that team. Like I say, he's basically shows what the Springboks stand for now, how they play. Never back down. Put your body on the line. Oh, scrum down. Scrum down. England doesn't want this. I see Marla is on the park as well now. Scrum is very stable this time. Wait. Penalty for South Africa. Twisting. Kutsov, second penalty he has gotten from his second scrum. South Africa is definitely aiming to win this game from scrum time. Okay, line out time. Marks. He's been secure at line out time, throwing it in very well. Yeah, it wasn't the best game to bet on. Hey, stuff can change, but it's not an easy one to bet on. Hey, getting the ball, getting a penalty. England. So the maul was set. Itoje going through, getting on the ball. I think it was just a knock on this. I'm not sure what happened. A little bit confused. Just a knock on though. Henry Slade is coming on. That means George Ford is going off. we're seeing a switch. Farrell going to number 10 to Luggy, now number 12 in front of Damien the Islander. They're going to try and run it direct now. Basically 3 centers on the park now. George Ford, not the greatest game. Not one he would want to remember. It wasn't horrible, but it was just not great. Penalty at scrum time for England, going completely through the South African. Momentum is shifting. Not good. Not good at all for South Africa. Really not good. Kitsov's boot was slipped. That's what happened there. Okay, so it's 1 penalty for England now at scrum time. I think it's 5 South Africa has gotten from England and 1 England has gotten from South Africa at scrum time. Okay, England to get this back within 7 from this penalty on the 10-meter line from Farrell. Right, Farrell. Center doesn't miss a kick. Oh. Okay, now my prediction can't happen anymore. Out. Kick off, Etoje, securing it there. No problem. Young's kicking it forward. Validaru under the ball. No, it's Vermeulen. Kitsov carrying it forward. Validaru. Oh! Taking way too long to tackle that ball. Getting smeared into the ground. Absolutely legal tackle, that one. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, Farrell kicking the ball. Validaru is up. Pollard has the ball. Oh, running with the ball. Slipping though. Shouldn't have maybe done that. Slipping twice. Over the ball. Pollard should have kicked that one. Time for England to get another 3 points. Don't know why he decided to run with it. It's not what you do in a final. Pollard messing up there, really he did. Shouldn't get overconfident in a final. You don't run it from your own half in a final. If you give away a penalty, they get points. You should have kicked it. It was the obvious choice. Okay, another 3 points on the line for England. Creeping closer again. Farrell, 100% tonight, 3 from 3.
And then I keep jeans. But I want old jeans.
Okay, this is a difficult kick. And miss. Oh! Oh! Score still 6 difference. Okay, each team has missed 1 penalty now.
This was real.
Securing the ball, it's a bit. The Islander on the line. Okay, great pass there. Great pass there from it's a bit. I moet stop. Okay, great kick. Mapimpi putting Daly under pressure. Oh, very bad kick. Time to get some points for South Africa. They have. Look at this handling. It's a bit great handling, popping it to the Islander. Oh, Willie LaRue, a really good kick as well into space. South Africa running with the ball. The Islander tucking. Whoa! That's like 7 South African players already setting up. Penalty advantage. Do not give the penalty away, South Africa. Going out wide, Colby. He has it. Colby already beating 1 defender. Colby has the most defenders beaten in this competition so far. That's now 17. Offside, penalty time for South Africa. Not giving any rewards, so guessing what's going to happen. Really well done there. It was Colby's first chance to do something and he did something. Kan ek asseblief brand aan my intrek? Okay, penalty in the center of the field. Over! There we go. Change that now. Okay, 9-point advantage. Los het maar net. Okay, so the score has updated. I just can't find my whiteboard marker. Penalty for England there. Don't know what happened there. I was still looking for my cookie. Vermeulen arguing with the referee, saying it was a high tackle. He's not taking it. Let's see this one. Let's see this one. Replay. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. No problems there. Okay. Time to get the score within 7 again. South Africa just getting points and making a mistake straight from it. It's been happening a couple of times in this game. Ek weet nie. Sam, where did you put my brandy?
I didn't put the dad's not using.
Okay, so England bringing on more subs. South Africa has been the better team, definitely. They have been the better team, but they've given away a lot of silly mistakes as well, which is just getting England back in this game. That's why England is still in it.
No!
Just over from Farrell. Not a very safe one, but getting it over.
Ach, minha mãe. Com boca.
Go Boca! Go Boca!
Ah, dat moet ons die kans dat je iets kan doen.
Go Boca!
Okay, changing the hooker. Cowan Dickey making a crucial mistake last weekend when he came on. Okay, giving a try away to Savia. Snyman on now for South Africa. Oh, great tackle from Colby on Billy Vanipola. We're approaching the 60th minute. Dwayne Vermeulen tackled out the park. Okay, line out time. Cowan Dickey, first one. Got it secured. And a box kick from Youngs on Colby. Colby stepping a player already. Getting through every single time. Okay, time to set up a box kick from Faf. Is he going to set up a box kick? Yeah, box kick time. Great kick, great kick. Colby can contest. Okay, on the halfway line, England has the ball.
Bubble fluffy.
Okay, too lucky carrying it forward, but Damien Darlander ready to get him. Okay, kick from Farrell, up and under. Billy LaRue under pressure. Securing it, well done. This is where experience is going to start making a difference in the last 20 minutes. Get him out of the half. Great kick. Mapimpi going down before even getting close to the ball. Springboks complaining that the player was played without the ball. Garcia has been making mistakes now, a couple, but it's fine. Everyone makes a couple of mistakes. What? To the rescue. Well done. I never thought I'd say that. I'm not particularly fond of what, but woo! Watson playing Mapimpi off the ball. Yeah, definitely off the ball. Definitely looking at his direction and just bumping it off the. No problem there. Time to go to polls again. It's very far though. I don't know if Pollard can kick it that far. Bring Frans Steyn on. He can kick it. But I don't think he can kick it. I don't think you can make a substitute and that substitute can take the immediate kick. That's a rule.
Sam, wat is nou niet in Engels? Het is
The commentators are saying Steyn was kicking in the warm-up 55 meters plus without even trying. So they would have wanted him here. Pollard, this is on the edge of his range, really. 59 meters. It might be a bit short. Let's hope it's at sea level. Remember, it's at sea level. He could kick a little bit further. Definitely too short. Sorry about the people in the background. Okay. Oh, Vanipola has had a battle. Yeah, the referee is having a good game. I agree. He almost missed that one, but Poit was to the rescue. Everyone in South Africa loves Poit at the moment. Okay, Kulisi going off to bring on Francois Lowe to secure that ball. That's why he's on. The veteran also bringing even more caps to the South African front. Going out wide. Pollard up and under on the left side. Mapimpi, is he going to secure it? Mapimpi gets it. 2 players in the air. Ooh, yeah, secured it. Penalty advantage. Penalty. Or is it a penalty? I can't see. It's almost to the side.
I don't guess that.
Well done. Another penalty. I think it's almost time to bring France Steyn on to get those extra crucial points. Mapimpi has been brilliant today in the air. Usually, yeah, it was just deemed a scrum. It's not a penalty, I wanted to say. Mapimpi has been brilliant in the air. Usually he struggles, but well done. He's probably had a lot of up and unders this week. Woo! 6-point lead still. South Africa would want another 3 points just to make it safe. We're approaching the 65th minute. Scrum on the 10-meter line on England's side. The Islander carrying it forward. Still going forward. Well done. Mostert being tackled. Venipola on him. Going wide. Marks. Faf de Klerk. Going RG Snyman. Gets the ball. Etoje is completely offside there. Okay, Pollard going still. Still going really good there. Chipped in. Good bounce perfectly. Great stuff. Carrying out. Not out yet. Not outside the park. Willie Pollard carrying it forward. Not going far though. It's time to set up a box kick from Youngs. Okay, Venipola. Willie under the ball. Tackled hard but secured the ball. On the halfway line for South Africa. Going out wide. Mapimpi. Kicking the ball. Is going to get it. Is this it? Woo! Yes! Well done! Well done! Mapimpi's 6th try of the tournament so far. Garce looking at it again though. Garce looking at it again. Oh, did I just celebrate for nothing? TMO looking at something. I just want to hear what the TMO says. I just want to hear what he says. That's not forward. Definitely not. But this is Skeen. Skeen jumping into the game when it's not necessary to jump into the game. That's not forward. Definitely not forward. Ben Skeen is known for jumping into a game when it's not necessary for him to jump into a game. That's definitely not forward from my eyes. Try. Great. Woo! Okay, great stuff. Now that lead is bigger, a lot bigger. Not. He gave a great one. Could have scored that try himself, actually. Cheers, Chester. Enjoy your afternoon, man. I'm gonna enjoy it if we get it right. Hold on, securing it. Was that ball kicked off 10 meters? They say it is. England is gonna come firing now. They are gonna play now. I guarantee you that. Frans Steyn on the park now at fullback. Oh, Young's. Oh! Colby almost getting that ball. Definitely just a knock on. Colby could have gotten that ball. Colby could have gotten that ball. Oh. Oh, Colby was so close to getting that ball. He's so good at reading that. So good at reading that. Frans Steyn is on the park to get those kicks in on the other side of the park. Keep them out of our half. Okay, England carrying it forward inside the 10 meter of South Africa. Tulagi carrying it forward now. Vermeulen over that ball, surely. How? That guy's playing on the ground. I think so. Over the ball. Ah, they say it's not. Penalty advantage to the English. Tap and go from the English side. Out wide is open. Woo! This game is not over yet, guys. This game is not over yet. 69th minute. About 7 meters out from the South African try line. Vanipola on the 5 meter line. Going back for something. Apparently it was a knock on. What? Thank you for calling that back again. What is saving us? He's seeing all the stuff the ref isn't. Great stuff. Oh, yeah, knock on there. Lost the control of the ball. Definitely a knock on there. Game is not over yet, though. Game is not over yet. They're gonna show this try a couple of times more. And my people joining up perfectly. Oh, guys, I am so nervous now. The gap is a bit better, but still close. Still get it. Substitution time. And another big guy coming on. Jumping on from May. May hasn't done anything. He's been checked by Colby this whole weekend or this whole game. Joseph also another centre on the park. So it's basically 4 centres on the park now for England. They just want to bust it up, go directly with this game now. Scrum down. This is going to be a crucial one for England. Scrum never stable.
Just listen to him. Position puts him off.
Okay, another big scrum.
Announced his retirement from rugby. Came back playing for the Barbarians against England ahead of this World Cup. Billy Jones asked him to reconsider.
Go South Africa, yes, go. They're going to win this one. They should win this one. Damien carrying it forward. Setting up to get a nice kick in. Get a kick from Faf de Klerk. On the 10 meter, probably. Not, he didn't get it out far. Not the best one there. Just outside the 22 of South Africa for England. The Islander and Pollard joining to get Tulagi back. Going forward again from England. Farrell taking it out wide. He is covered though. Number 15 knocked it on. South Africa has the ball back. Colby at the back of the ruck. Stein just kicking to the other side of the park. There we go. Forward pass, surely. Not being called. Not being called. Is he having a fit? Yeah, we're very excited over here in South Africa. Okay, just in the half of the English now, running with the ball. Farrell going wide. There's a bit of an overlap on the right if they could get the ball. But the Islander tackling. Again, solid tackle. Francois Lowe not getting over the ball. Mahler carrying it forward on the 10-meter line of England. Farrell taking it up. At that time, big tackle from Koch. Still stuck in their own half from England. Knock on! Knock on! Run with the ball! Colby! Colby's still going! Colby's still going! We're winning this final! This is our trophy! Woo! Colby, always the man to beat some defenders. This is our trophy! We might have been underdogs. They said we are underdogs for this week. We are not the underdogs. This is our trophy. Siya Kolisi, great captain for our side. Colby, well done. This trophy is coming home. England totally outplayed. Way too overconfident in the week. Now what is going to be said of South Africa not deserving to be there? Just can't get over it. Farrell just missing that tackle. Colby, still the leading player for defenders beaten. 18. Francois Lowe, Francois Pinaar also celebrating on the park. The guy that lifted our trophy in 1995. There we go. Over from Pollard. This game is over. 20-point deficit. 5 minutes to go. South Africa, you are going to the top of the rankings. I'm saying that now. It's what a good try that was. I'm receiving the ball back from kickoff. Running! Popping the ball up. Kitshoff has it. South Africa's having fun out there now. Going wide, Pollard. Jumping up quickly. Just not getting the ball. He would have been the joint top scorer of the competition getting a try there.
Kom.
Woo!
Ja.
The English can't do anything in this game. Still going, running, in their own 22, trying to run with the ball. But they are stuck.
Heroes all over the field for South Africa.
Oh, this is our trophy. Big, oh, going up wide. Too lucky, knock on. Just enough from a pimpy. Bring it home, South Africa. Truly, bring it home.
Ja, dat is die andere keer. Ja, vertel.
The South African fans celebrating. The English fans don't look as happy with this game. Dwayne Vermeulen, man of the match. I called it halftime. I called it as man of the match halftime. What a performance from him. Faf de Klerk going off. He was crucial in this game. Crucial in this game. He made this victory. Yankees might just have a short performance. People would maybe have wanted to see more, but Faf couldn't go off. He was so crucial. Everyone, all the South Africans in the stands are joined together, and that's what it means to our country. Just joining everyone together. What we can accomplish when we are together. Scrum down. South Africa stable at the scrum. Vermeulen, man of match, carrying it forward. Earthquake in New Zealand from us jumping up and down. It's gonna happen. You can wait for it. You're gonna jump with me. This camera is coming with me. Yeah, they were outplayed, and well done from them. Thanks for that. Drop goal. No, completely missed. Looks like he went for it. That's just to waste some time, definitely. Thanks for that. Truly sportsmanlike. Out directly from the kickoff from England. 2 minutes to go. Rassie Erasmus, what a successful year and a half has been. Our name is being etched into that trophy. It's ours. Rugby Championship champions, and then also World Cup champions. Man, thanks for that. I am gonna enjoy myself. The guys are crying. I'm keeping my tears back. It's such a big thing. It's such a big thing over here. Thanks for that. Have a good one. Whew. Going out wide. Pollard slicing through the line in the 22. Ergens Neyman, big hit on him though. 1 minute to go in this one. Then it is our trophy. They really deserve it though. Really deserve it. Woo! 45 seconds remaining.
Nog geen 1-3 man. Kom on. Yes, net nog 1-3. Net nog 1-3, come on.
Just keeping the ball, keeping England back.
Nog 1-3. Net nog 1-3. Kom on.
Yeah, New Zealand gets to play the World Championship, the World Champs. Oh, 10 seconds remaining for this one. They're gonna go back in the pocket, I think. They're gonna go back in the pocket in this one to drop goal. No, kicking it out. It is our trophy! It is our trophy! This is ours! Woo! This is South Africa's trophy. It is ours. It's coming home. South Africa does deserve a holiday on Monday. I agree with you. Woo! England totally outplayed the 2007 captain who lifted the trophy. John Smith is there. Woo! It's ours. It is ours. Everyone's crying. The whole South African team. We're crying over here as well. What a game! What a game! England played well to get into the final, but South Africa completely outplayed them there. It's such a big thing to us over here in South Africa. Woo! Well deserved. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Getting the trophy, bringing it home. The fans look absolutely stunned. Everyone so happy about it. The scrums, the two props there. The scrums won this game for South Africa. Oh. 1995 was lifted by Francois Pienaar. 2007 was lifted by John Smith. 2019 will be lifted by Siya Kolisi, our captain. You don't want to hear my singing voice. My voice is gone after yelling that much. I'm going to enjoy it. Thanks for that. This game is going to be watched over and over and over and over for the next few years. Frans Steyn, the 21st player to win 2 World Cup trophies. Yankees lifted above his head from Etzebeth. Pollard played a crucial role in this one. I said, just miss that first one and then he's going to be ready. Woo! Oh, I can't stop celebrating here, guys. Just celebrating it. Just celebrating it. The guys just can't get over it.
Thanks for eliminating me.
Just want to hear.
The final we had in the second half, but Rex took off with a very good one. Just tell me, how much does this team have?
I'm so sorry, Mike.
Oh, so happy with the outcome here as well. It was a wonderful game. South Africa really outplayed the English. What a way to win a final. South Africa scored 2 tries in that one.
What a coincidence.
Siya Kolisi, let's hear what he says about this. Dwayne Vermeulen still crying. He really put his body on the line. He was injured since the first half. Coach is also crying. Let's hear what Kolisi says. Louder, please.
Come to this. Smile.
To show that we can pull together.
Oh, Kulisi.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I'm just listening to Kulisi.
The coach just came and told us the last game, we're not playing for ourselves and we're playing for a team great goal, and that's what we want to do as well.
Good next word. I can't hear anything anyway. Sia Kulisi's dad celebrating in the stands. Sia Kulisi saying they did it for the country. What it means to South Africa over here.
Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus.
Such a good game, guys. Rassie Erasmus' last game as coach of South Africa. A lot, not just two.
When you first took over the Springbok appointment, what was the first thing you needed to identify?
Such a short stint for Rassie as well. 1.5 years as a coach.
How is the boys last week? All the money studies, all the Springbok supporters here and
Japan had a great tournament. The trophy's coming home with them. Trophy is coming home with Rassie there. The players singing and dancing. Everyone dancing. It has to be horrible for England in this situation. They were favourites going into this game, England, but after that, yeah, just not getting to it. Richie McCaw bringing the trophy in. Obviously, the previous winner of the World Cup. Driving in a very ugly car. Very ugly car. That's a Land Rover or something. They could have gotten a better car for the deal, but okay. They had to probably bring something English to the occasion.
Number 6 jersey. Eddie Jones, coach. Coach, did you just feel you were a little bit off balance?
Eddie Jones not looking very happy.
Yeah, well, we just struggled to get the game. The effort of the players was outstanding. We just struggled to get on the front foot today. I suppose one game doesn't make a bad team. You must be immensely proud of the script of the team. Look, I can't fault the preparation of the players that worked hard the entire World Cup, and I think they played with a lot of pride and passion. We just weren't good enough today, and congratulations, Sam Baker, on an outstanding performance. And I know you always enjoy being back in here, and I know you involved some of the players in the Japanese traditions. What would you like to say to the country? I think Japan's put on a fantastic World Cup.
Japan truly did put up a fantastic World Cup. I think it's probably the best World Cup I've seen. Really, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. South African team standing together.
While preparations being made here in Yokohama Stadium.
Getting ready for that trophy to be lifted.
Maro
Toje, what a tournament. What a tournament.
Amazing that he's had already. Saracens still to come for them. And we're just young. England South Africa watching.
There's some famous people in the stands as well. Everyone standing together for the photos. Everyone played a crucial part. Doesn't matter if they played 1 or 2 games. Everyone crucial part of the game.
Brits himself, Thomas de Toy, Thomas Ryder,
Bullard's eye got a little bit of a beating in that one. Bullard's eye a bit swollen, but hey, everyone deserves this. It was a brilliant performance. This team will forever be connected. Dwayne Vermeulen, man of the match.
Thank you very much. I must say, two fantastic features under your career. Fantastic to walk away from this with.
Dwayne Vermeulen really putting his body on the line in this final.
Just tell me. We're doing for each other.
Dwayne Vermeulen definitely injured. He has an ice pack on his shoulder. Ja, as mens dalk wil stil bly vir 'n slag.
And try to achieve something in a way, try to create hope in the end. So hopefully we can achieve that goal tonight. Just like that, the trophy.
Dwayne Vermeulen, well-deserved trophy. Well-deserved trophy. That's man of the match in the final. Totally putting his body on the line for that trophy. Lineouts won 7-6 to South Africa. 1 lineout lost by England. 0 lineout steals. Tackles made 154 to 98. South Africa absolutely tackling so much. Possession, less possession from South Africa, but more territory. Action area was mostly in the half of the English, and that's why this happened. The English does not look like they are very happy with the second, and who would be? Lights are out at the stadium. Probably gonna have some special lights coming in now.
Just going back to
The ugly car still coming with the trophy. It's a very ugly car. I don't know who the hell signed off on that.
the Springbok jersey on the other spot, wearing the Springbok number 6 jersey that we put on that day by Francois Pienaar. The images of them celebrating that victory together.
Michael Leach climbing out of the ugly car. The captain of Japan with Richie McCaw, the previous winner of this trophy.
And now, on a perfect night in Yokohama,
He would have probably wanted to give it to his own countrymen.
still the most caps international rugby player, Richie McCaw with 148. Alan Wynne Jones of Wales made it 143 last night in the bronze final.
How does that trophy stay on the bottom?
We'll carry on. For now, Richie McCaw reflects on his 2 victories as captain of the All Blacks in Rugby World Cup 2011 and 2015. It's South Africa's time.
Now it's time for the celebrations. Time for firstly the second place players.
World Rugby to announce this week that South Africa will host the 2022
Maybe South Africa could get a World Cup hosting now sometime since we won it again. Prime Minister of Japan also there.
job this country has done in making us all
Japan really, I can't get over the tournament they hosted.
it's an untold privilege.
Still so happy from Dwight Vermeer.
We see it.
He's forgetting about that sore shoulder at the moment.
With every out.
The referees had a brilliant game. Referees had a brilliant game. I have to give that to the Frenchman, Ben O'Keefe as well. Brilliant game from them. Brilliant, brilliant game. Yeah, my heart. What a victory. Totally deserved, totally deserved. South Africa outplayed them. So happy with this result. The referees, very stressful tournament over from there. Oh, I'm so happy that there was no controversial decisions in this one. The referees, really such a good game. Such a good game. Time for the silver medalist, England. Brilliant tournament up till the final. Really, really brilliant tournament. They were favourites coming into the final. Like they said in the beginning of the tournament, no team has ever won the trophy after losing a game. And then Rassie said, well, history is made to be broken. And what did they do? They made it. England, really great tournament, knocking out New Zealand in the semi-final.
Carrying that little bit of statistical history into this game with them that no team.
English fans really look sad with this loss, but they were outplayed. They were outplayed, unfortunately. Really deserved to be in the final.
The squad members up to a and such an impression of this World Cup, having played in 2011, mostly that was missed out.
Getting second is still a very big achievement. From where they were in 2015, they came so far.
So to Tom Curry,
2015, they didn't even get past the group stages. Eddie Jones made such a big difference to the English side, but not to be at the last hurdle. Marlowe, who came out of retirement for this tournament. Sinclair, who got knocked out in the first minutes. Sinclair does not want that thing around his neck.
Irons there, who made his test debut this with his 30s. Rugby in New Zealand, and then
It's good to see all the fans still there, the English fans still there as well, just to support their men that has put their body on the line for this tournament. What a brutal game it was, though. All the Englishmen already taking off the silver medal. Not the best sportsmanship, I would say. You were outplayed. You take that second place. A lot of other teams would give their life to be on that second place. So, not the best sportsmanship. But they're not thinking of sportsmanship at the moment. They're just thinking of their loss in the final. Being talked up to the final, they were favourites to win it as well. South Africa actually only had a 27% chance of winning by all the bet sites. So they got absolutely dominated though. We know where South Africa went right in this one. The scrums winning this game for them. Curry will have another chance. The 21-year-old Curry will have another chance. He is nominated for Player of the Year as well, along with Cheslin Colby, Peter Stephetway. We saw how they played this today. There's a lot of people that should get that medals. Eddie Jones brought the side so far. From a 2015 where they really struggled, didn't even get to quarterfinals. Their fans are still there, still tapping them. Now it's time for South Africa to come get their medals, get that trophy. Siya Kolisi smiling from ear to ear. He should maybe take off that tape from his head because that is going to be remembered forever, that photo. Oh, well done, Siya Kolisi on his 50th cap. On his 50th cap, getting that. What a captain. First black captain in South African history. Gonna lift that trophy. Such a hero in this country at the moment. He will go down in history as a hero. He will go down. Doesn't matter what happens now.
To leave the fray early on. The head injury.
Faf de Klerk, how crucial was he? His kicking was the reason we got there. His kicking got us into the final. His kicking got us the trophy as well. Oh, the players look so happy with this. Every player played a crucial role. Now this is a tall reach to get that medals over the locks. Luat de Jager, who dislocated his shoulder in this final, truly putting their bodies on the line for this game. Francois Lau, the veteran, finally gets that trophy, gets that medal. Players are so excited to lift the thing. Had one bad mistake, but from there stepped it up and had a brilliant game. Apimpi, what a try he scored! What a try he scored! Scott Brits, as always, hugging everyone. Always the happy guy in the team. Damien Willemse, the youngest guy in our side to get a medal. Trevor Niakane also getting a medal. Even though he got injured soon, he did play a crucial role. The South African fans can't stop crying. South Africans truly deserve this. Our country needs this. Happy fans in the crowd. Something they'll cherish for the rest of their lives. Those gold medals around. I can tell you now, Rassie Erasmus being director of rugby, he's going to be in high demand from other teams. His last game as coach of South Africa.
To coach at the start of the 2018 season to bring the Springboks on this journey.
South African fans joining together, celebrating. All celebrating.
Just a few more members.
They truly deserve this one. Truly deserve this one.
The moment that will go down as probably the greatest in South Africa's
third World Cup title for South Africa, joint now with New Zealand, except going one better, getting a trophy in a shorter amount of time. Kulisi doesn't want to go accept the trophy on his own, but his team is letting him go.
This man should be on South Africa's bench. Obviously, we're paying attention.
Time for the trophy. Okay. Time for the trophy. It is ours. It is South Africa's. World champions. After being underdogs for the final, after they said we aren't going to win this, New Zealand Stuff magazine can stuff it. They said we only have a 2% chance of winning this trophy. What now? Got this trophy. It is South Africa's. This is for our country. What a brilliant win. Oh, such a good feeling. South Africa lifting that trophy after 12 years. They worked so hard to get there. Dancing, singing and dancing, all the players.
Well done to Japan. Well done to the
Everyone's celebrating.
Well done to everybody involved. Well done to everybody.
Oh, truly is amazing where they come. From 2 years ago, not saying they won't get anywhere. Damien Willems surely will get another chance to lift the trophy. That's what Frans Steyn thought when he won the trophy the first time as a 20-year-old. Getting it now as a 32-year-old as well, second trophy. Only the second South African to get 2 World Cup trophies next to Osterrand. Brilliant. That's going to go down in history. Goosebumps. That's going to go down in history as South Africa become the champions yet again. Such a great symbol for our country, this one. Oh. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I just can't do it right now. Just going to celebrate. See you guys soon. Check out the next games. Cheers.